Outside the Sock. And I'm here with
Austin.
Yes. And today we're talking about the 10-year-olds ruining Sephora, or the pre-tweens or whatever. It's bad.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before, because but there's been TikToks all over. And I was talking to you about it earlier, how employees have even been saying I don't want to go to work, or this 10-year-old called me ugly and was calling me fat because I didn't want to help her. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I saw something because they don't want to go to work. And it's kind of the thing do you remember the Starbucks unicorn frappuccino thing a long time ago, and the Starbucks employees were getting so mad because I don't really remember what it was about, but they were getting so mad. It's the same thing.
Yeah. And
because they're not going to work for the right reason.
I would because it's not even oh, we're gonna help out people who need it. I feel from what I've seen, it's mostly oh, we come into work, we have to deal with these people, and then we have to clean. I've seen pictures of the the drunk elephant, what's it called, the push thing.
It's just a cream.
Oh, well, I've seen people with that, and then it has a mixture of they're making potions.
Yeah, they're called skincare sprays.
No, I was making potions with soap, mud when I was
I know
9 or 8. What are they doing? And I was searching it up. All these products, they're 38 to 134.
Yeah, some of the products can get a little
for a
pricey.
serum. And then I see these girls and they're they have a credit card or a debit card, and they're here, what are you doing with that kind of money? And then or it's their parent, they're just coming, and then they're Mom, I'm done, and then next their mom's okay, whatever. Control your kid.
Yeah, the kids are controlling the parents.
That's honest. And that's why people are oh, is it the parents' fault? Is it the kids' fault? Or is it just social media and everything? And honestly, when I was 8 or 9, my mom didn't let me be on social media much. No. And here these kids are kind of getting influenced. I would say they get influenced by it, because there was this article. Yeah. CBC, in their article, they were talking about they were trying to talk about the same thing. And they were saying, oh, this is how it started. Northwest, she posted a video in 2022 of her morning routine. Okay, I doubt that's where it started, honestly.
I have no idea. Maybe.
I just feel it was so there's lots of older people on TikTok, let's be honest, and lots of ads. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you saw it and kids are oh, that looks so much no, buddy. And especially we were talking about this, that Evelyn girl, she's very popular. I think she got banned on TikTok, but her name is Evelyn, and she's I don't know, 10, looks a bit younger. But she goes on her TikTok, and basically she puts a bunch of products on her face, and she's 10 things I hate, and then or she calls people ugly and a cow, and I'm this is a whoa.
I don't know how old she is. I think she's 14, but still.
That girl does not look 14.
Or maybe she's our age. I don't know.
That's honestly. And then the popular items or brands are Rare Beauty, Drunk Elephant, Glow Recipe, Bubble, and The Ordinary, which I've used Drunk Elephant. It's all right. It's all right. I wouldn't, but I know you have some. Right?
Yeah, I have a few. My mom, I kind of started using some. She's because I don't know, when I started getting into it at I don't know, 14, she's here, you can just use a few of mine. But she's yeah. But there's certain ones she wouldn't let me use, and she's well, this is retinol and it's not good for your face. But then here we are having 9-year-olds using it on their faces.
Yeah, but your mom actually went out of her way to explain to you hey, this is what you can't or should use or something. when like these girls, they're using retinol and everything, and even dermatologists, they're like, that's not
No.
good. And like even in people have in articles have been like interviewing dermatologists, and this one from there's this article from New Beauty, and it was talking about this dermatologist saying how one thing is that they're being heavily like marketed, which I get that also. And then another one from Business of Fashion says, her name is Kristen Knoll. She says that she doesn't want her daughter to be on social media yet, and that most of the kids her age only talk about skincare. That's sad. Because I just don't understand. Like, I've seen kids, especially like throw a fit or on social media, which like thousands of views. They're like, my mom didn't buy me Sephora, or my mom didn't take me to Sephora. Like, calm down. $600 or more on like
2 products can be like $100.
That's crazy. And like, you know what? If you got that kind of money, good for you. But and then this TikToker, I was like scrolling through TikTok. Polly Prissy Panty went out of their way to send a Sephora agent or like send an email to Sephora recommending to start IDing people and to not allow kids to buy products that may seem dangerous to them.
That's actually not bad.
Like, they went out of their way and they were like, hey, yeah, people don't really want to walk into your store because like they're scared of these monsters. And like there were like a bunch of views on it and like likes, and I was like,
yeah, because like Sephora, like, and like Ulta Beauty are like, they have testers for a reason, and not that like everybody uses them, but they're taking complete advantage of that. So Sephora suggested that they might like take away just all of it, all their samples, all their testers. And some people, like some like the older people on our side, like that, like actually go and use the products. Because if you like look around the store, like all like, I don't know, like the people, like the not the models, but like the people like representing the brands and like just the the models, like they're all adults.
Yeah.
Like they're all adults. They're in their 20s or 30s. They're not 8.
The thing is, on like, I know Drunk Elephant's like the really more popular one, but if you go to like their ads and everything, it's adults. And I just, it's crazy to see how like most of the like customers or like who's buying the product are kids, or like or parents buying it for their kids. And another thing I've like read about was that people are going into stores and they're like, oh, you know what, I'm looking for this concealer I really like that only works like for my skin, or I'm looking for this skincare product that like my doctor like recommended to me, and then it's like sold out or there's one more, and then they have to end up being in this argument with like a 9-year-old because they want to take it. First off, why are like they're using like age, like the anti-aging retinol. Why do you need that? Like, you are 9.
Like, if I could go to a 9-year-old and ask like why they choose that one, like there's so many other ones, but why do they choose that one? And I've seen on like skincare, like websites or like just in general, like they post videos, like this one called Bubble just recently posted a video about like saying like what age is like what products are safe to use at what age you're. Like they had like the fact that they had to make that video though, and like I mean, which is fine. Like I feel like I don't like want to like hate on like the kids. Like it's fine. Like you can use like a moisturizer, but like it's getting far when you like use anti-aging cream.
And like it's
like there are people that actually want that.
They're using things that are gonna like destroy their skin.
I know.
And once they're older, they're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or like it's like. What happens if you actually like stop, if you like grow out of that? Let's say they do, and like they say, oh, you know what, I actually do want to start taking care of my skin. Like,
I mean, maybe they can change that. I don't know.
Like, but Mr. Hall, our amazing teacher, he was talking to us about his daughter and how like he bought her something, and then he asked her if she used it, and she was like, no. Like, I this is what I'm like. I just don't understand. Like, these products cost so much for just one. And even like Sephora, some Sephoras, they have like displays they've like locked them up or like put them back
Mm-hmm.
because they're like, oh, people mess with them, people like just play around them or like destroy them and then leave them or open a new package. Like the fact that employees have to put products up, come on. It's like, and it's, I think like the only decent time for people to come is while kids are at school, because the whole thing, like I was saying, the whole thing kind of happened around winter break when people really like realize like, oh, this isn't okay, or like it's getting out of hand. Because I think like here and there people kind of enjoyed looking at like 10-year-olds or like, oh, hold on. I have to, people kind of enjoyed like looking at like these get ready with me and like and all that, because it was like kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were like, they talked about school and everything, but now it's like, oh, like,
yeah, it was getting out of hand.
What, like they use like 20 things,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all like drunk elephant or like bubble or like the ordinary, and I'm like, girl,
I don't even use that much.
I use that. Okay, in total, how many things do you use for your skin?
Like 3.
Exactly. I use like 2, maybe 3. Yeah, it's either cleanser, moisturizer, or like, I think that's it, cleanser, moisturizer,
And whatever else you use.
maybe like another cream. But that's it. like
there are certain ones like I use for my face, like,
and like
but they're all out because these kids are using them. Like, there's like acne serums and stuff that like on, like, for example, like bubble, like their only thing, like, they said like 13 and up, like you can start using that, like that's safe for you to use because your skin barrier is still growing and it's gonna like destroy that.
I'm showing, so it's this video, I'm showing Austin this video, and it's basically a person walking into Sephora, and they see like a group of like girls walking out, like young girls, and then young girls surrounding drunk elephant, and then this person shows the displays, and it's disgusting. It's the Charlotte Tilbury thingy. It's so bad. And
well, that part, people, it's either maybe they either break, like Sephora breaks them off personally just for like the samples or something, because sometimes like with some of the things, like they'll break like the foundation tip off or something, so it's like more sanitary to test, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah. And like the thing is, like you were saying about the whole like, oh, they're buying things that people need. My cousin, she has like pretty sensitive skin, you know, she breaks out a lot. But going to Sephora, because I know that she has like products that she uses, I'm not really sure what's it called, but I think last time she went they were out of stock. And I'm like, dude, I'm not saying necessarily like it's the kid's fault, but I it's a thought, maybe it's them.
I just like think like the reason that I just feel like it's social media, like just influencing them, because like because let's just say like 30% of what like I see scrolling is get ready with me, skincare, this, and like half the time, or a little more than half the time, it's little kids, little girls. Yeah. And I don't mean to be like hating on them, but like it's fine. You can go in those places, like, cause there's some stuff you can use, and they have stuff like specifically like safer to use, but they choose the stuff that's like that. Like actual adults and stuff go in there to buy. And I feel like I wish that when I was like 11 or like a bit younger, I would have like at least, you know, started taking care of my skin, or like at least like moisturizing it or something, because, you know, my skin is kind of like textured, and I do wish that like, oh, when I was younger I would have like taken care of it a little bit, like I said. But like these are like, you're damaging your skin, like you were talking about how like the skin barrier isn't even like fully, your skin barrier,
that's, come on. And then this goes to our next like part about, is it the parents' fault or is it just social media and the kids? I feel like it's kind of both.
I feel like it's both. I feel like the parents fall into it, and then the kids are now controlling the parents. She's like, oh sure sweetie, like I'll buy this for you, like they feel controlled. Like if they don't buy it, like their kid's gonna throw a tantrum on the floor in the store or something, like,
or like, I saw this video and it was talking about how this like 8-year-old girl had like a bunch of products and a bunch of makeup and everything, and then went to check out and the total was like $700, and that she was like, "Hey mom, I'm done," and she was like had an attitude, so she went to check out, and like the mom was like somewhere else with her little sister, and then the mom came over and she's like, oh, "Okay, how much is?" She's like, $700. And the mom was like, "No, you have to take 2 products out."
Only 2?
2. And then the total was like,
I guess it is,
but here's the thing, the total didn't go down to like, oh, like 100. No, it went down to $500.
What was she buying?
I think it was like Rare Beauty, Charlotte Tilbury,
Charlotte Tilbury.
yeah, Drunk Elephant. Like I think it was like 3 products of that, and it just a bunch of stuff. And the worker was like in shock. He was like, "You're 500 is okay with you?" Like, I'm sorry, but I know it doesn't make, like, I know it's still a bunch of money, but like at that point I would have spent that $700, because that, like, come on, 2 products only. And I just feel like with the parent thing, I feel like, yes, it is the parent's fault, because pay attention to your kid. You're just taken to the store with like knowing that, oh, there is makeup, there is like things for adults to use on their face, and you're just taking them. Like, I feel like kind of what that girl was saying, like how your mom was saying, like, oh, you don't need this. Sit down with your kid and explain, okay, this is what you need, this is what you don't need. And like there's also been videos on TikTok where like the parent will take their kid and like say, hey, like, put that back, you don't need that. Okay, good. But it's just, but also it could be like social media and the marketing thing, because I've seen like Bubble and Drunk Elephant especially, how they have like these bright colored thingies. Honestly, I would think that's cool, and especially, okay, like that preppy style, it kind of attracts that. And most girls that you see, they have like that preppy, or they wear like those bright colored Lululemon leggings. I would want these bright colored products, and it's interesting. Honestly, it's pretty. The branding is cool, and like the ads I see, they have like the trendy music, and they have like people smiling and everything. Ooh, I don't know, I want to be that. Like,
yeah. Like, I can't blame them, but like also I just feel like it's wild because like of how like far this whole thing has gone. But like also I just feel like, I don't know, I think it definitely is both, because I think, you know, you have, again, like you said, like the marketing, but then you also have like the parents, again, like I feel like the parents are getting controlled by their kids, and like they're like just whatever makes them happy or whatever. But like it's not really whatever makes them happy, it's what's best for them, as it should be. But it's not.
Here's an ad. Hold on. Oh, I'm trying to show Austin an ad, but like you see how it's like bright colored, and I can already, like, from the ad, it's very like, oh, it catches my attention. It's very like, oh, there's colors, like, in the whole thing.
That kit is called Acid Kit.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, so a Drunk Elephant, so they do sell this thing, it's called a peach, which is what that is, and it comes with products inside. And when I was 13, 14, and my mom, the only thing I used from her stuff was, actually, I think 14, was this little moisturizer that she let me use.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, my face was dry and I wasn't really into skincare, and I just kind of use it. But then she kind of, I asked it for my birthday, I asked for it, and my mom's like, well, that's like, and she's like, okay, and she goes, well, that's like not really something, like, you can't really use any of the products in there because like they're not good for you. And I was like, so I mean, I can't blame them for wanting it, because I wanted it too, but I think they just need to like live their life as a kid.
Because now that, like, I know 16, you're still like, I would say I'm still young, but like you're at an age also where you're growing up. And I do wish, like, oh, when I was younger, I would have like enjoyed it more. I wouldn't have wished like to grow up so fast or to anything like that. And even now, like, I think as like it's realized, like, oh, I'm turning 17 this year, or we're turning 17, it's kind of like the realization where like, oh, I've worried so much on trying to like fit in with the trends or like grow up. I
Me
remember
too.
like I think every like little kid has thought, oh, I wanna be 18 or I wanna be 21.
Mm-hmm.
I think no matter
Like where I'm at now, I wish I was their age.
and I never like I know this is like weird, but like when I was like 6, I never thought I would actually make it to 16. Like I it seems so far away, and now I'm here, and I'm like, oh, dang, like I should, like I don't understand. And you know, I'm not with the whole like kids buying all these products. I'm not necessarily saying like, oh, they're growing up. I just feel like they're using things that they don't really know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen like a repetition with how they act too.
Mm-hmm.
How like lots of girls who buy it or lots of people who buy it, they end up being kind of rude and like bullying people, especially online with like the get ready with me's, like that Evelyn girl, like I was saying, how she'll go online and be like, oh, this girl Savannah blah 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 blah, or this and that, and things I hate. Like they're just negative.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a difference, and then like there's those videos that like I feel like the parents are just like at that point, you know, like just they're like just for videos, because they're like there is like good kids at Sephora, or maybe like there are, but like still it doesn't matter. Like, and I think like I know like the Sephora workers are just like they're just like
tired of it.
Yeah, they're just tired of it, but they're also just like that's like their job. They have to like go get this out of the bag for them. But like it's just crazy.
And yeah, but I just feel like the whole thing, like if it's either like the parents or like the kids or social media, there has to be some like these kids getting taught, okay, this is what you can't and can use. Or like with the whole IDing thing, I wouldn't, honestly, I'm fine with that, because I feel like if you're mature enough, and if you're like, you know, at that age you don't really care if you get ID'd, I mean, cool. But it's just crazy how like it's getting to a point where like workers don't want to go to work. Workers are just coming in to clean mess, or like they have to lock products up, and like you have to ask for them.
Yeah, like if you're gonna like because I see like it's just like used, or like I've seen some like just random products at the
They
store.
don't buy it.
Like they like there's like a mask, and it comes with a spoon, and they just like mixed it, and then they were just playing with it on like the little counter thing, like and making like a, I don't know, something on the counter or something.
I don't
just
understand.
like a mess.
I don't understand. Like they don't buy products too. That's another thing. They'll come in and they'll mix like the bronzer for like Drunk Elephant or something, and like the moisturizer or like the blush, and I don't understand. They don't buy it. And the workers are getting frustrated too, because instead of buying something, they'll open like a package that's on display, and then they'll leave it there. Or like they'll take it out, and then once like the tester is used, they'll just open another one and then use that one. And it's I don't know, but like I guess like to sum it up, I just feel like it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
The whole thing with how kids are acting, and like the whole crisis or everything, and how like brands, especially like their marketing is very, I feel like even though they have adults, it's very, it would attract.
It's very attractive to kids.
It's very attractive to kids. Like I would want to buy that too. And sometimes I do like find myself scrolling through Drunk Elephant. I'm like, let's see what's so interesting about this. And it's not even that. I feel like it's very much, especially with, we're talking about Sephora and makeup and skincare, but I feel like it's very, it applies to so much more. Like with the Stanleys, I would say like it's not.
My goodness.
No, but like it's a water bottle. I get it, and I know like not just little kids have been getting it. Like there's adults, there's teens and everything, but it's a repetition with things. It was with the Hydro Flask too, where like I've seen girls go crazy for them, and there was the Stanley, and then now it's like makeup, and it's like a repetition. And I feel like it's very much like, oh, you see it on TikTok, especially social media, because it's a big thing now. Like I've seen kids 3 years old already like getting themselves involved with like social media and getting themselves like on a phone or a tablet, and it's very it affects so much that we don't really see.
I feel like when someone gets like so good, like they just try to take it down just for like, I don't know, like more clout or something. Like Stanley's, which is like something we don't have to get into too much now, but like they said, oh well, be careful drinking out of Stanley's because it's so popular now.
Yeah.
They want to try to bring it down. Like, oh well, now you can get, like, they're saying like lead poisoning from them.
Oh
they have
yeah.
lead in them. Or like this Sol de Janeiro product that all the girls are going crazy over right now. It's like this purple one. And they said, so it came out, and the second it came out, people were like, oh my gosh, it attracts spiders.
That's crazy.
But yeah, to like sum it up, I just feel like it's fine, but I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's gotten out of hand.
Bad. There's always something that bad that like I feel like comes from it. And like
it can be true or not true, but I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like they like try to like take it down or something. And so I just feel like, I don't know, like if people made it seem worse than it is, because I feel like, I mean, truly, I feel like they're not trying to do like much harm, but I just feel like they don't know, and no one's like telling them, or maybe they are telling them, they're just like, well, I don't believe you. Well, they need to be taught.
Yeah, because I know lots on social media, and like just people in general, they make fun of these kids. Like, I'm good for you, like you have amazing skin, but people are making fun of you, and allow yourself to be a kid. Like, yes, I'm not saying like you can't use skin products, but you're using things that hurt you and hurt your skin and just not meant for you. But I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Loved having Austin here.
Thank you.
And this was Inside the Sock. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.